Social media is the buzz right now in almost every company, and I hear you're a skeptic. Do you think it's ineffective?
Well, it's not exactly that I think it's ineffective, but I do think it is a skeptic. I am a skeptic relative to all the hype it's getting. I mean, if you look at almost every headline, almost every cover of a marketing publication, it's all about the shiny new object, you know, what new social media campaign has gone viral. And I think my objections to it are, I think it can be very effective and play a small role in a marketing program. But I think, right now it's overhyped, overhoped for, and under-strategized. It's overhyped because it's getting way too much attention in the marketing publications, and I think that's a huge disservice to marketers who are, understandably trying to keep up on what's new and what are the new tools at their disposal. But now they are getting the impression that if you don't have social media, you don't have a marketing program, and that's absolutely ridiculous. They're also getting the impression that social media is, people have the impression that social media is inexpensive. It's free, right? You can post on Twitter and Facebook and all of that for free. It is so far from free, I can't even begin to tell you. The amount of time it takes to maintain a good presence in social media requires dedicated people on the order of what you staff up customer service departments with. And guess what? In my opinion, you would be far better off if you staffed up your customer service department. So, and the reason why? Because when somebody calls customer service, they have a problem with your product or your company, and if you have enough people there so that they're not kept waiting on the helpline for 45 minutes, which we all know what helplines I'm talking about there, all right? If they weren't kept waiting on the helpline because you staffed up enough, and they weren't given stupid answers to problems that they were trying to solve because you haven't spent enough on training the customer service people, right? Instead, you've got massive numbers of people who are tweeting and Facebooking, and you're also creating web videos, webisodes, etc. like that. Now, there are certainly examples of where social media, where things have gone viral. That's one kind of social media, where something's gone viral. Subservient chicken, what was that? Evian water babies, the Rappin' babies or whatever. And so there are certainly examples, but people anybody that has the impression that it's common for these things to go viral is not paying attention. I mean, for every one that's gone viral, I guarantee you 99 have not gone viral, and if I were guessing, frankly, I would say probably 99,000 have not gone viral. I worked with a client who, developed a whole series of very good webisodes. It was for a consumer packaged goods product. They were targeted to women. They were very amusing. They're absolutely adorable. And if you go to, and clever, I don't mean adorable as in cute, I mean clever. And if you go to YouTube, the last time I visited YouTube, the one that had the most views was a little over 1,000 views. All right, and they had a series of, I want to say 7 or 8 of these things. So, I mean, that's a serious, significant expense, and these things have not gone viral. So that's what I mean, is I think it's overhyped. And then in terms of its reach, the things like Twitter and Facebook, the stuff that's published is that Twitter has 30 million users and Facebook is, 600 million, whatever it is. So Twitter, 30 million users, not on your life, okay? Twitter has 30 million people who have Twitter accounts, who have signed on because they've heard of Twitter and they're curious about it. And so they think, well, I'm going to check it out. It's very easy. All you have to do is give them your email and a password. And then you're like, whoa, this is a complete waste of time. And they never show back again. There are not even close to 30 million people who use Twitter regularly or frequently. Most, 90%, I am not exaggerating, 90%, according to the research, of Twitter account holders, either one of these three, have no tweets posted, follow nobody, or have nobody follow them. So, they're not exactly a connection node here. All right, so who's on Twitter? Well, one of the groups of people that's on Twitter, marketers. And because all of us marketers are on Twitter, we think everybody's on Twitter, and not so much. Another group, one subgroup that is on Twitter tends to be moms who blog, all right? So the mommy bloggers, I don't like that term, but it's familiar. I think it's disparaging to mommy bloggers. So moms who blog are on Twitter as well, and it's another way of distributing their ideas and content and stuff like that. So within that, but yet again, people think, wow, if you're reaching moms, you're reaching 80% of women, because you know what, by the time they're 44, 80% of women have had kids. No, you're not. You're not even reaching moms of young kids, right? Who you're probably reaching is your moms of firstborn, this is their first kid. and it's soon after they've had their first kid, so 4 or 5 years or whatever. So that's only 2% of the population every year that has a newborn, a firstborn, okay? So it's not really, my objection to social media, the reason I'm a skeptic is because the reach is far less than most peak marketers would understand from just reading the marketing articles. You have to read the research studies, and it can be very effective, but on the scale of sampling and event marketing. All right, these are also great ways to connect face-to-face with consumers or directly with consumers, great ways to engage with them. You know, if you give them a free sample, they get to experience your product. Of course, they're going to be more likely to buy your product then. So but the limitations of social media are the same as the limitations of event marketing and sampling. The scale is very small. I saw a fantastic case study that said that we reached 15,000 women with this program for a product of ours. And I thought, well, good for you, but you reached 15,000 women in a country of over 150 million women. So, you know, I hope it didn't cost you very much. The impression that marketers are getting is inaccurate, and that's why I'm a social media skeptic. I don't think it's the shiny new object that solves everything by a long shot.